Okay, the first one has to. I hope we all read the documents concerning the recruitment.
Hey guys.
Hi, welcome, sir.
Did we start with the questions already?
Yeah, I was asking if I think we all read the document, the associated document for a meeting.
Oh, which one?
So the first, that was the recruitment for the 4 candidates. That's the title is that's the SG Cohen new recruit.
The SG Cohen,
Yes.
I think it's document read for the meeting, right?
Yeah. Are we on the same page?
Yeah, I have both the articles up right now. Which one are we focusing on?
Okay. So the question is, why will you hide them? Why will you not hide any of those candidates?
So I was looking at the last 4 candidates, and for me personally, I would have hired the first one. I think it was the female, as well as the third one, who was Andy Sanchez. And I chose them. I chose the first one, Natalia, because of her, described her as someone they want to bring to a tough negotiation, and she's very intelligent and she works hard. And then also Andy Sanchez, it was because he had a lot of experience, his own business and stuff, and I think that's really important.
Oh, that's very great. Any other suggestion from the group members?
I think the same too.
Okay. Brother Nathan, anything to add? Okay. Also, I also like to add that I'll choose the first and the Martin Street, which is the third one, or the fourth one rather, because Martin has he had experience in the field before going to do his MBA, and also he has built his personal company in the banking sector, so he's very I can say he's active for that job.
I have a question, but sometimes do you hire people for their experiences or because they study something? Because I think Martin Street didn't have any experience in business, right?
Mm-hmm.
But he served like 4 years in the military and has some experience about leadership.
Yeah. Well, okay. Sometimes it depends in our area here for job, like job opening, the request for years of experience in the field, plus the kind of certificate you have. So I can think the experience will do.
Um, what was your question? It's kind of hard to hear.
The question is, why will you hide them? Or why will you not hide them? That was the first question about the four of them. And since we have a lot of information about all of them.
Why would we hire them?
Yes. And what information will be useful to making those decisions to hide them or not to hide them? Like, would there be any other useful information that would prompt us to hide them or not to hide them?
Okay, but for me, I'm just gonna talk about Natalia Godlewska. I don't know. So probably I will hire her because she, as like Celeste said, she's very smart and she had an MBA, and she got some experiences. And I think this is this kind of people or person that any company is looking for, like people that have a degree and have some experiences, because when they're gonna give them like a task to do, the company know that this person or those people gonna work hard and accomplish what they give them or what they give them to do. So usually sometimes, especially in construction, because I'm in construction, and the construction industry, sometimes people doesn't have any degree, but they have some experiences, but they are good. They can't be like they can't lead a company. Sometimes they can be like a superintendent, but they won't be like a project manager. So sometimes you need to have like a degree, if you want to be succeed in your life, you need to have experiences and you need to have like a degree as well. So probably if you don't have a degree, you will probably find something to do. But when you have a degree, especially like you have your bachelor or your master degree, so it's very valuable and companies are looking for like those kind of people with experiences, people with knowledge or degrees.
Yeah, that's very great. Any addition from the group members? Anyone to add something to it?
Are we still on the like why we would or would not hire them question? Because my connection keeps going in and out, so it's hard to hear what you guys are talking about.
Yeah. Okay. So, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Is it clear?
Hey Nathan, I can hear you. So are you talking? Can you hear me?
Yeah,
I can
hear you.
Oh, okay. I can hear you now.
Okay. Well, yeah, I was saying that in our organization, we have some people that have.
Can you speak louder?
I'm really speaking loud. Well, I'll add on something. Let me try something else, okay?
Okay.
Can you guys hear me now?
Yes.
Is that better?
Yeah, it is.
So I was saying that in our organization, we have some people that have degrees, but I think the one course they forgot to take was common sense. Because sometimes it's not. I said sometimes I think they ought to take common sense as a course. So I think they kind of struggle, even though they may have a degree, they don't understand some of the things that can help them in a job. And the one thing with Sanchez, I mean, he's been out there, he's created a successful company, and even though his grades may not have been great, I think that adds a lot of value. So somebody like that could really be beneficial to an organization.
Yeah, but I agree with you. But because sometimes it's not the degree will make you like valuable.
Yeah.
It's what you have learned like for like 4 years or 2 years, and sometimes some experiences that you have like that's gonna help you. And even have a degree, you don't know everything. So even though you have a degree, you need to keep learning like every day. If you stop learning, but it's over for you.
Yeah, that's true. That's pretty true. All right. Then let's go to the follow-up question. She stated that what else will you want to know about the type of person who can succeed at SG? Colin.
I think I would just want to know, like, I guess, like, what makes them want to work there, like, what motivates them, what drives them, and if they're willing to put in the amount of work necessary. Because that was one of the things from one of the candidates, saying that they didn't know if he's going to be able to devote all of his time to work since he had 2 kids. So I guess you just want to know, like, if you were really dedicated to that job.
Okay. Any additions from the group?
No.
Well, as for me, I would love to know much about their background, how good they are, because it really matters to me. Brother Nathan, you want to say anything?
No, well, a lot of these candidates have a lot of experience in different things, and I think if I were employing somebody, I would need to kind of have an outline as to, hey, maybe I'm looking for experience in business, or maybe I'm looking for somebody with just an education that I can mold and kind of train. So from this case study, it seems like everybody kind of has different wants and needs. It's kind of hard to tell exactly what they really want.
Okay. Brother Mackinson, do you have any addition?
Not really, but the only thing that I know, I'm not the person, who did like the interview, but so I know the companies have their core values. So, and they are looking for people that can match the company as well. So, yeah, as like Nathan said, like it's like difficult to say, but me, when I read like the article, so I really like the counsel of what is her name again? Natalia. I say yes, Natalia.
Yeah. Oh, that's great.
Me too.
So is there
what
anything
I liked was that I was saying that, what I liked was she had a lot of energy. She had a lot of understanding of, she was good in school. She had quite a bit that she could offer the company. If I was sitting there, I'd probably hire her as well.
All right. That's great. But is there anything else you'd like to know about the candidate? Any additional information you'd like to know about the candidate?
The problem I can say I don't, because I don't know what the company is looking for. The only thing that I can say, hey, is like when I'm reading resume, I can say, oh, this has a lot of experiences, and I want to know more about him. But I don't really know what the company is looking for. That's why I basically don't know, or I'm gonna say like I get like is from like Ken or Andy Sanchez. So yeah, I think that's all.
Okay. Oh, that's
because
nice.
me in the past I used to interview people, but as I told you, like each company has like core values. They say, hey, this is those kind of people that you are looking for, like people that can match the company. So, and And sometimes even you can be interviewed by one people, and they're gonna ask you to interview by another people, so another person, sorry, as well. I remember last year they like one of the big company here in the United States, like McCarthy, they flew me in Arizona like for a job interview, and I interviewed for like with, let's say, almost 15 people at the office. So like 10, 15 minutes, run interview because they wanted to see like if I would match the company, So it's hard to say.
Okay. Sister Celeste, do you have anything to say?
I'm sorry, I took a phone call from my mom while we were talking, so I don't know what question we're on.
Oh, okay. The question was, is there any more information you'd like to have about the candidate? Any additional info you'd like to know about the candidate?
What number question are you guys on? Because I have the all the questions pulled up.
I'm on question 5, number 2.
Okay. Sorry about that.
Oh, it's okay.
So it's like, how are they supposed to know what to look for in a candidate?
What other information you want to know about any of the candidates?
What else will you want to know about the candidate?
Oh. Well, I mean, I answered that earlier when I said just like how hard they're willing to work and why they would want to work that hard. Guess just their work ethic.
All right. That's awesome. But as for me, particularly, I would like to know a little bit about maybe their background, their marital status, because none of them state, except one of the candidates that say he's a family man, the other people did not say anything about it. So I would love to know a little bit about their marital status.
Isn't that discrimination though? I mean, they're kind of just looking at him as a parent. I mean, I think that's pretty cool that somebody that's a parent. I mean, I look at myself, I'm a single parent. I have 3 kids, and I mean, I work like a slave to get things done, but maybe a company wouldn't know that.
I know. I'm not a single parent, but now I'm living with my son, and it's crazy. So.
Yeah, I mean, I come home, I cook. I mean, I get my stuff done for work. I mean, I work really hard, I travel a lot. And if a company that was interviewing me didn't know that, they would kind of just brush me off and be like, well, hey, you know what, he's not going to make it. But they don't understand the work ethic behind the scenes. So.
But if they know about it, I think they might allocate some time for you to spend with your child.
Yeah. Anyway, it does seem pretty heavy though to be in a company that kind of demands almost everything from you. They don't want you to basically have a life, but I guess that's what they're really looking for.
Wow. Wow, that's so great. Okay, let's proceed on. Okay, why is it there are so much disagreement between the senior bankers in the Saturday meeting about which recruit to hire? Is it partly because of the interview process, or is it partly because of the type of interview they held? Any idea?
I kind of think that each of them, they kind of understand why they want, or the person that they, or the role that they want to fill, but they have their personal biases, and they're like, oh, I don't want that one because he's a family man, and this girl, maybe she doesn't know how to speak properly. And so I think everybody's torn between just what they individually want. And I don't know if that's the best process. I mean, it seems very stringent, very good. It kind of works for them. But it kind of almost seems like you're in a market trying to kind of fish out people. And I don't know. It's just what I thought about.
Oh, that's great. Thank you. Any addition?
Yeah, I agree with what Jesse was saying. Like there's going to be bias, especially when there are candidates who are similar to you. And so I think that's where a lot of the bias comes from.
All right. That's very great as well. Yeah. Normally they're supposed to not to be biased about the recruitment. Actually, they need to follow the procedure like experience and credential. And now they are faced with other issues. They themselves are trying to find solution to, which is they say some of the ladies are not or will not be a team player. Others are having are married and other with a lot of issue that normally they're not supposed to be worried about. So thank you very much, Brother Nathan. Okay, our next question has to do with might there be better ways to learn about the candidate than traditional interview? What else might they try? Answer might include the following. Have applicants demonstrate the ability to do certain jobs tasks? Have them spent a whole day with someone to see what the job is like? Have them do internship? Do the interview but focus on behavioral questions like tell me about a time when you disagree with your boss? What did you do? The top question is, might there be better ways to learn about the candidates than traditional interviews? What else might they try? And we have given some choices question to answer from, which is, have applicants demonstrate the ability to do certain job tasks? Have them spend a whole day in someone's to see what the job is like? Have them do internship? Have the interviews but focus on behavioral questions like tell me about a time when you disagree with your boss? What did you do? So
kind of like the idea
might
of
there be a
having
better
them
way?
do, I kind of like the idea of having them do internships because you kind of watch them work, you kind of fish out the work ethic, and you kind of filter out the lazy ones from those that really work hard. So having them actually do the work, I think that's beneficial. I'd like to see that.
Yeah, the same thing. And I mean, there are only a few like real ways to be able to see if the candidates are actually good like potential employees. And if you do all the following, like calling their previous employers or their references and trying to gauge what kind of worker they were, that's all fine and dandy. But sometimes you just have to use intuition to decide, or like the example we're saying, internship, or like have them demonstrate if they can actually do something.
Okay. Brother Markinson, do you have any add?
Yeah, I'm gonna go in the same way. Usually in construction as well, where I have like more experiences. They like companies like to like give like student opportunity to do like internships to see how they're gonna manage their time and if they're like qualified to work with for the company. And after their internship, usually they give them an offer. And if you did an internship for a company and they didn't want to hire you after you graduating, so something, it's something bad probably sometimes. So yeah, because when you do your internship, so the company gonna say, hey, I know this guy because I'm a witness of this because my wife just graduated and she went to work for a company that she did an internship, and me, I'm gonna graduate in this semester. So I have two offers from like two companies that I did my internship. So people will really know you when you do an internship, but because with 15 or 10 minutes interviewed by someone, he or she does not really know much about you. You know, probably if you're well prepared for the interview, you're gonna probably give like a good answer about like each question that will those people gonna ask you. But when you do an internship, for them, or you go to work for them like for a while, so they will know exactly what you can do and what you cannot do, and they can train you. If, okay, for example, you're good, doing this, and they know you're not good at, doing this kind of thing, they can train you, to do or to become the person that they want you to be and use you in the company.
Oh, that's great. Well, in another way, in addition to what you just said, I think they might give them chance to have their hands on a job for a whole day to see how they can perform. Then they can see their performance within a day, and they can be based on that. Don't know that those people are very experienced in the show. Then they know what they are doing. That also would be good.